Seema! Hey! It's been a long time.
Not long enough.
Whoa, hold on. You can't just leave. I mean, how long has it been, huh? A year? Must be more. I must say, Seema, you haven't changed a bit.
Anish,
You remember my name.
Anish, I'm hungry. I'd like to go back to my table.
Oh, come on, Seema. Surely a couple of pleasantries won't ruin your appetite.
Okay, one pleasantry, then I'm going back to my table.
Great. Oh. Been for a pee, have you? Oh, come on, Seema. Surely you haven't lost your sense of humor. Evidently, I haven't lost mine.
You can't lose what you never had.
Oh, my God. Seema, divorce has made a bitter woman of you.
You know, divorce was too good for you. I should have castrated you.
You almost did. Often.
Okay, now I'm going back to my table because my husband will wonder.
That's right. I heard you got married again. How long has it been? About 3 weeks?
4.
I'm sure it feels like 3. I mean, time flies when you're having fun, Seema.
Well, right now it's grinding to a complete halt, Anish. Goodbye.
Oh, Seema. Well, I hear he's a lot younger than you know?
He is a little younger, yes.
You know, I would like to have a look at him sometime.
You probably did. He's in the gents.
That's right. I think he was standing right next to me. You know, rather well-built.
Yes.
Tall.
Yes.
With a big
Yes.
mustache, Seema. But I must say, he's rather impressive looking.
Well, what about you? You couldn't possibly be here all alone after all that I read about you in the gutter press.
That's her.
The PYT with the big tits, should have known.
Yes. Pretty young thing.
You know, Anish, a younger husband is one thing, but child molestation is quite another.
Seema, she's...
I suppose she thinks that dress makes her look all grown up. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere before.
Who? Reshma?
She looks like a Reshma.
Well, she does a bit of modeling, you know.
Cosmopolitan front cover July edition.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. I'm sure you've seen her in the flesh.
Oh,
quite often.
yes. When I do see her, you realize that the pictures don't quite do justice to her, Seema.
Yeah. If I remember it right, the text covered her most interesting feature. What men long for was printed on her right breast.
No! It was the left breast.
Now I really must go.
Oh, me too. You know, otherwise Reshma must be thinking if I'm being led astray by an older woman.
If her thought patterns run to such complexity, that is.
We should do this again sometime, Seema.
Yeah, how about next year or the year after that?
I'll see you around.
Don't count on it. Oh my God!
What?
Don't move.
What?
Don't move. My bra strap just broke.
Oh, I didn't know you were wearing one.
You're not supposed to. Just.
Okay. You want a hand?
Don't touch me. Just stay here till I find the end of my strap.
Hey, not if you're gonna snap at me like that.
Please. Moron.
That's the Seema I remember. Come here.
Oh my God! I've dropped something.
What?
Pretend you dropped something.
What?
I don't know. Earrings. Pretend.
Seema, I'm not wearing any earrings.
Pretend, for God's sake.
Oh my God, I dropped my earrings!
Shut up.
Why don't you just go to the ladies' room?
It's too far. People will think I'm lopsided. And besides, I can't let my husband see me like this.
Amazing, isn't it? A man of my age is flattered by the company of a young girl like Reshma. And a woman of your age is reduced to quivering jelly of insecurity by a young husband like, what's his name?
What are you doing?
Hey, I'm looking for my earrings. Do you mind?
There are no bloody earrings. More money.
You know, carry on like this at home, I feel sorry for what's his name.
Stop calling him what's his name. His name is Shekhar.
Looks like a Surinder.
Why do you do this?
Do what?
Weren't 5 years of mudslinging enough for you?
Oh, Seema, you mean 5 years of married bliss.
I hope to God we never ever meet again, you know?
And I hope to my God that if we ever do, you're wearing a better bra. Ask Surinder to get you something with stronger straps. Wait, where is he?
Still in the loo, I hope. Give me my bag.
You know, he should have been out of there ages ago because he was shaking it when I walked in.
Give me the bag!
At least that's what I think he was doing.
Give me the bag!
Seema, maybe he was trying to get my attention.
You should be so lucky. Give me the bloody bag.
Maybe I should go to the bathroom and give him a hand.
Give me my bag. Give me my bag.
Oh, you're right. You are lopsided. Oh, you're not gonna cry, are you? You know, there's one thing I hate, it's emotional blackmail. There you go. Come here. Now, where is the other end of your bra?
Oh, halfway down my back, I think.
You know, I'm surprised you still own a bra. I thought you burnt them all ages ago.
Well, there comes a time in life when liberation stops lifting and separating all by itself. I think I have a pin here.
Oh, don't tell me, Surinder, right? Right, that's what I meant. Shekhar. You know, I wouldn't miss that mustache anywhere.
Shekhar, this is Anish.
Oh, sorry for not shaking your hand.
But Shekhar saved me the trouble.
You know, some people just can't take a joke. Especially if they're bigger than you. Then the manager threatened to call the police and Seema, she started crying.
Yeah, my mascara ran down to my chin. Oh.
And Reshma, you know the sensitive little thing she is, she got all emotional and stuff.
And then this little bitch he was with started shouting, hit him back! Hit him back!
And I say to her, are you out of your fucking mind?
Then Shekhar hit him again.
Same I.
For saying fuck in front of a lady, of course.
And then Reshma kicked Shekhar in the groin, and that's the best laugh I had all week.
And then Shekhar hit him again.
Same I.
By this time, my bra was round my kneecaps. We were lucky to get out before the police arrived.
You know, it's the only time I didn't feel guilty about not leaving a tip.
See him again?
See her again?
Come on, doctor, give me a break.
Ah, come on, Deepak, I'd rather be caught screwing one of my students. Which, of course, I never have done, you know.
I've completely erased Anish from my life. Like that girl with the green vomit. Okay. Coming back to Anish, you know, in all our 5 years of marriage, he never once said, I love you. He was a good lay, just in case it destroyed his professional credibility.
You know, there was something analytical about Seema's approach to sex that totally turned me off.
You know, he never liked to intellectualize about something so basic.
Tell me, how would you feel, right? You know, we're in the middle of it, you're sweating, you're panting, and suddenly she stops and says, Anish, I wonder how many calories we are burning.
And yet,
At the beginning.
he was the one who wanted to get married.
I mean, she didn't want to. Not at first.
I was perfectly happy living in the 90s in what used to be called a live-in relationship, you know.
I guess she saw it as some sort of a rebellion or something. But then,
Much later,
she was the one who wanted to have a child.
he didn't want a child. Dean, it would have to be you. You're a self-confessed genius.
Seema, I only know what I read in the papers.
Come on, Anish. Wouldn't you like a baby boy?
Nope. I can't think anything I would like less. Except perhaps a baby girl. You very well know you'd rather be this big bad executive busting men's balls. But if you really want to hear the patter of little feet, I'll get you a dog. No, I'm serious, you know. Dogs are cleaner, better behaved, and most importantly, they don't piss in your face after puberty. Seema.
So we never had a child. Not for the want of trying. I flushed a year's supply of the pill down the pot and woke Anish.
Need.
Nothing. Not even a false alarm. And then we discovered Anish was sterile. Now, for someone who didn't want children in the first place, he behaved as if it was the end of the world. I mean, he ranted and raved and sulked and adopting a child. And I thought, maybe. But then I realized for someone like Anish, this was his last chance. But the moment had passed.
One of the junior editors managed to screw up an entire chapter. Are these all yours?
I had to do something to kill the time.
How late am I?
48 minutes. You know, Anish, it's always amazed me that for someone who teaches the masses about the speed of light and the speed of sound, he knows absolutely nothing about the speed of man.
Seema.
Mind you, this entire never early for anything. Not even our wedding day.
What? Was I really late for a wedding?
13th of March, 1996. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, yes. India versus Sri Lanka World Cup semi-finals, Eden Gardens, Calcutta.
So you remember that. That's why you forgot our birthday.
I was early for something.
Occasionally. Then you droll off, pant for 30 seconds, and then go off to sleep.
Good start, Seema.
Your idea, this drink for old time's sake.
Impressive.
You know, you might not believe this, but Shekhar is a really nice human being.
Right. I believe you. So tell me, does this Mr. Shekhar, does he love you?
Of course he loves me.
Oh, Seema, you sound very sure of that.
I wouldn't have married him if he didn't love me.
And, do you love him?
Listen, that...
And you lose points for hesitation, Seema.
Of course I love him.
Oh, second too late is shade too rigorous now.
I do love him.
Look, now you're protesting too much.
Come on. Okay. You tell me about yours.
Mine?
Yeah, the child you were with the other night.
I'm never disappointed.
That's a pretty superficial view.
No, look, I've learned to enjoy the serenity of living alone.
Serenity. Your place must feel like an airport with all those takeoffs and landings, girls flying in and out.
You know what the best thing about these flights is? They're always on time. On time to land, and more importantly, on time to take off. And to tell you the truth, I'm not quite sure anymore. I mean, what do I like more? The sight of them landing or fighting them taking off?
Man does not live by bed alone.
Wow, that's profound. Who said that?
You did.
Me.
On our wedding night. During a commercial break, of course.
Don't need to rub it in, Seema.
Listen. Why don't you settle down with someone worthwhile?
You mean like you settle down with Surinder?
Yes, like I've settled down with Shekhar, yes. Cool girls. I mean, what are you trying to prove?
Whoa, wait a minute. Do you find my raging sex life a wee bit disturbing?
I find your raging sex life a wee bit disgusting. I mean, I haven't seen a worse case of male menopause.
You know, I should be paying you. In spite of Deepak's leanings, he's a very competent psychoanalyst.
My ass!
It was mine he was after.
Oh! Keep me away from the gory details, please!
What was like this is aversion therapy for heterosexuals. And if I were you, I'd be concerned about what's his name at home.
Well, you don't have to be worried about what's his name at home because what's his name in my marriage is based on mutual love and respect. Totally.
And he trusts you?
Completely.
And you trust him?
Of course.
So he doesn't really mind you having this drink with me this afternoon?
Not at all.
I mean, he can control his irrational jealousy, his violent temper, just because he trusts you totally.
That goes without saying.
So what did you tell him you were doing this afternoon?
I told him I was having lunch with Charlene.
Aha! You were having lunch with?
Charlene.
I told her I was visiting my mother.
Your mother's been dead for years.
Reshma doesn't know that.
Anish, you really are a bastard. You know something?
Tell me.
You're an opinionated, egotistical bullshit artist, and I wouldn't go to your place for a drink if all the bars in the country ran dry.
I suppose a screw is out of the question then, huh?
You want to know something else?
I'm not sure.
Closer so I can whisper.
Seema, if it's not a sweet nothing, I'd rather hear it out loud.
Okay. Your fly is open!
Really, Seema, you lost it.
I don't think so. It's been open ever since you walked in here 48 minutes late. Take a look. So, aren't you going to zip it up?
Now that we're assuming battle station, there's something I'd like to tell you.
I'll tell you what, Anish. Leave it for our next little drink for old time's sake, and you know what? You can be as late as you want for that one.
Right, Seema, but this one can't wait.
I'm afraid it's going to have to. And when you wait, just mull over this. That Shekhar and I are very happy, and no amount of stirring from you can change that. And when I get back this afternoon, I intend to tell him everything about what happened here.
Seema, you can save a lot of time by telling him right now because he... No, don't do anything sudden that'll draw any attention to you or to me. I only have one good eye left.
Well, what's he doing here? His office is miles away from here.
Well, right now he's ordering a drink.
He said he was having lunch with his boss.
Boss? Pretty looking boss, Seema. Don't look back!
Okay, what am I going to do?
Are you asking me?
Yeah?
Don't panic.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
My life is starting to flash before my eyes. Oh my God.
Oh, he's raising his glass. Oh, they're drinking a toast, Seema.
I hate you.
Hate me? Hey, I am the one who's saving your life right now.
I wish I was dead right now. I wish you were dead right now.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Look down.
oh, I'm sorry. I must have.
God, you're disgusting. Listen, you were right. I'm going to the ladies' room.
Oh, you're not going anywhere. Look, I helped with the bloody bra strap. The least you can do is hang around while I fix that fly.
Hurry up.
It's stuck.
Jiggle it a bit.
Love it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a little left. Yeah. Oh, stop! Oh, Seema, people in the next table are looking at us. Oh, I've never seen her before. Oh.
Don't move till I'm gone.
Well, I'll see you around.
Yeah, don't count on it. Raised decked at the stern of the sailing ship P. Politics. P. हेलो तुमने एक बार फिर फोन किया तो देख लेना पुलिस में रिपोर्ट कर दूंगी
Hey, Seema.
कौन है
Anish, who do you think it was?
Why didn't you say something? I thought it was the crank caller.
No, I just thought that Surinder might have answered the phone.
Shekhar is asleep. We are all asleep. It's very late.
Right, me.
At the very least.
And his pretty boss, she didn't see us either.
That wasn't his boss. That was his secretary. He told me all about it later.
What? You mean what's her name is sneaking out for lunches with his pretty secretary after only 7 weeks of marriage?
Anish, lay off, okay? I mean, what are you trying to do? You're trying to get me all suspicious? Just because you can't get your own act together, just because you can't bear to see anyone as happy as I am.
No, look.
Well, did you tell Reshma?
Tara.
Tara?
Yeah, Tara.
What happened to Reshma?
Oh, I told her all about a little get-together. So you see, I have suffered a great deal of loss, but at least my conscience is clear.
You mean she's likely to be splattered on the front cover of Cosmo as well?
Nah, nothing that glamorous. She's more the page 3 types,
Ah, you're disgusting. I better go now. It's late.
Yeah. It is. I just want to say I'm really sorry. Just the thought of you being locked up in a loop just totally devastates me.
Anish, stop.
No, Seema, look, I'm sorry, really. I just want to... Are you still there?
Yeah, I better be going.
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah.
But, I'll be home tomorrow. In the afternoon.
I see.
Alone.
By yourself?
Yeah. Wow. I'll see you around.
No, it's me. I'm not as attractive as I used to be. Am I?
Well, Seema, you are a very intelligent woman.
I'll punch you in the mouth, I will.
Come on, Seema, you know you're bloody attractive. I mean, does what's her name ever have this trouble?
No.
There you go, it's me.
Did you say something?
No, that was a sigh, I sighed.
I think we should talk about it.
Talk about what?
About this afternoon.
What's there to talk about? Nothing happened.
Anish, it's nothing to feel ashamed about.
Oh, I am not ashamed of anything, Seema.
Look, I believe that there's something we need to discuss here. We should discuss.
I don't want to discuss anything.
Anish, you're a professor of physics. You've seen success and failure. You should be used to analyzing failure. And yet you claim to have such a high success rate with those takeoffs and landings.
I
but less intimidating.
Seema, you don't think this sudden display of femininity deceives me, do you? I mean, 7 weeks of role-playing with what's his name, and you think 5 years of locking horns with me is forgotten?
I'm not intimidating.
Oh, you scare me stiff.
If I scared you stiff, we wouldn't be sitting talking right now.
If you feel this need to ease your guilt...
Guilt?
Yeah, but by talking about the hows and the whys of this afternoon...
It's not about guilt.
Then talk all you want, but don't poke me about my statistically very low failure rate.
Anish, it's not the nature
And
of
for
the
Christ's sake, stop analyzing everything. Seema, in my own good time with my own goddamn psychiatrist.
Ah, the sissy psychiatrist.
Oh man, Seema, don't start about me.
Listen. Are you sure your mental blocks are the only...
Home and take off your guilty conscience, that dumb fuck you married.
If you were half the dumb fuck I'd married, you'd be a better person, Anish. And don't shout at me, we're not married anymore.
And the logic of that escapes my mind.
I don't know why I came here. I don't know why I let you talk me into this.
Talk you into this? Honey, you practically broke down the bedroom door to get in here.
I thought the door come down to sex, you know.
Doesn't it?
It might not occur to you that I have feelings for you.
After only 7 weeks of marriage? No, I'd rather bet on boredom. Why don't you just admit that Surinder is nothing but a disappointment?
He's not a disappointment.
You know, even if I could get it up, I need a goddamn sledgehammer to break down the walls of your intellectual intercourse.
You know, Anish, if I remember it right, there's a word for it. Impotence. You can't even say it. Impotence.
Yeah, and what about Reshma and...
Oh, don't quote your Reshmas and Taras to me. They don't count. I can tell with that moustache there.
Tell me why, Deepak. Why, after years of random and regular sex, would I get into bed with someone as attractive as Seema and bang? Or in my case, whoosh!
No, it's got nothing to do with George Bernard's show either. It's a play about a love-hate relationship.
No, it's a film about love-hate relationship.
Elizabeth Taylor was in the movie version of it?
Deepak, the one with Dustin Hoffman, you know? Come on, Deepak, you've got to be the only psychiatrist in this world who hasn't heard of Kramer versus Krim.
Do I dwell on Elizabeth Taylor?
I give you the very best 5-month bisexual 6 months. And what do I get in return? No, look, I apologize.
No, I'm not intimidated by lesbians. All the lesbians I know are either protesting about films or adopting children. Look. I couldn't get it on with my ex-husband. Does that make me a lesbian?
You are making a spectacle of...
No, you didn't.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Come on, see, surely I said it once or twice and you got married.
No, you didn't.
Well, I did.
Did what?
You know. So, tell me, what did you tell Surinder you were doing?
Can we not go there now?
No. What happened to Shani?
I haven't decided yet. So, what did you tell Tara?
Divya.
What happened to Tara?
Oh, I haven't seen her for a week.
Why do they all have such common names?
Oh, Seema, it's only association. You only think they're common.
Okay, speaking of forbidden fruit.
Oh, Seema, no, let's not talk about people. Come on.
Okay, tell me, was I at least as good as Divya?
See what?
Are you happy, Anish?
You mean right now?
Yes, I mean right now.
Yeah.
Happier than the last time we tried this, I think.
Faking?
Once or twice.
Faking.
Anish, it's hard to do it with your head at the foot of the bed.
Hey, that's the only way to get a good view of the television.
How did we start out so well and finish so badly?
Oh, Seema. Good openers often make some mistakes along the way.